joining LilacBuds was kind of a game changer for me, especially. And I am grateful for the exceptional guidance and the support which was provided, especially you. And one key feature which I would like to highlight is the personalized approach or tailor cut service which was provided to me by LilacBuds. And it has successfully helped me navigate through the complex journey of choosing a right program which suits to my future goals and my dreams, and choosing a perfect institution, to even assisting with applications and offering value.
Hey Neel, hi, how are you?
I'm fine, Priyesh. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you very much. You are the man of the hour, so we'll get straight into your introductions first. So, just for everybody, can you do a quick intro about your journey with LilacBuds and where you're going?
Okay, so hi guys, I'm Neel Parekh, and I had joined LilacBuds to apply for Masters in Pharmaceutical Sciences program in the United States. My background being, I have completed Bachelor's of Pharmacy from NMIMS University Mumbai, and I applied to 6 universities in the US for Pharmaceutical Sciences, and I've received admits from 4 of them.
And that is just amazing, right? Like to get into 4 out of 6 was an exciting journey working with you, Neel. Of course, you were a very hard worker in terms of putting in the time and energy to write your material. What were the key things that drew you to us to start working with LilacBuds for your applications, and what were the highlights of the whole interaction that you had with our team and me specifically?
Okay, so joining LilacBuds was kind of a game changer for me, especially. And I am grateful for the exceptional guidance and the support which was provided, especially you. And one key feature which I would like to highlight is the personalized approach or tailor cut service which was provided to me by LilacBuds. And it has successfully helped me navigate through the complex journey of choosing a right program which suits to my future goals and my dreams, and choosing a perfect institution, to even assisting with applications and offering valuable insights about different career prospects I would have, apart from restricting myself to just choosing universities. And thanks to your expertise, obviously, I now feel I am more confident and I'm more excited about my future academic and professional endeavors. So overall, it was a very great experience, and I'm thoroughly satisfied by everything so far.
Super, but I remember going back, taking this point and going back in time when we were shortlisting. I remember sitting with a lot of programs with you and going through a lot of different features that would matter for you as an applicant, as somebody who comes from a city feel, what kind of environment you enjoy, what kind of factors you must consider. So, do you want to kind of talk, to future applicants, if I was to call it that? What are the things that you considered and why were they important to you? And maybe, how did you land up picking these 6 programs eventually?
Okay, so as I mentioned, I applied to Pharmaceutical Science program in the US. So Pharmaceutical Science, being a very broad field, has many specializations or concentrations, as I can state as of now. So starting with different subjects and different specializations, my inclination is towards a particular field. So even within the same field, there are various concentrations as into what I have to choose. So factors such as my goals is something what I had prioritized. What I want to study was my first preference. Second, obviously, being the job prospects. I wouldn't want to go to a place where there are not many internship opportunities or not many job prospects. So that was something which I considered. And being pharmacy and biotech companies where I plan to work in the future, these are located in the north, I think east region of the US especially. So choosing a program within the pharma belt or the pharma hub was something what I had kept in my mind. And obviously, I would want to go to a top pharmacy university in US. So based on rankings from different sources, I planned out and applied to the top pharmacy ranked universities in the US.
Superb. Now, another important question that people have is how important is your overall profile, which includes your academics like your GPA and GRE, and it also includes your experiences that you had. You had done some good amount of academic work here before applying. Maybe talk a little bit briefly about, what kind of academic profile you already had when applying.
Okay, so when I applied, I think I was in my 7th semester and January 2023, and I had an GPA of around 8.5, 8.49, something of that sort. And my VES evaluation in terms of US GPA was 3.51 on a scale of 4 at that point of time when I applied. My TOEFL and GRE were 101 in TOEFL, and GRE was, I think, around 310, 311, something like that. I don't remember exactly. My profile, apart from academics, also had research projects. I have done 3 research projects in my undergraduate journey with different professors. I have written like 4 to 5 review and research articles which have been published in the reputable journals. So LilacBuds helped me enhance and show out these projects and publications in my SOP and in my resume in a very prolific manner so that it stands out, and it has definitely helped me landing up a good university in the US.
Yes, and let's get to the main part which everybody's waiting to probably know is which university did you eventually choose? Where did you get in? And where are you going finally?
Okay, so as mentioned before, I received admits from 4 universities out of 6. My admits were University of Pittsburgh, Sunny Buffalo, Northeastern University, and University of Southern California. And I have decided to go ahead with Northeastern University for obvious reasons, because Northeastern University is located in Boston, which is the pharmaceutical hub in the US, and it offers a program which directly meets to what I want to learn and what I want to do in the future.
Super. All right. So moving forward, right, let's talk a little bit about the application itself. You mentioned the SOP and CV in your prior response. About the SOP, what was it that you were trying to project? How was the whole process in terms of getting your message across? Because you had the GRE, which was about average, your GPA was definitely good, you had all these projects and presentations that you mentioned, but giving that SOP, that final edge, the final touch to land up these admits, what was your thought process? Where do you think you benefited from the consulting, and maybe what was your takeaway, or what would you share with other people who are looking to follow your footsteps?
Correct. Before knowing what exactly an SOP was, I was very unclear with the idea of what an SOP is. And always talking to seniors and other people who have already applied to the US, SOP is something which is like a deal breaker, even though you have a good profile or a bad profile. I think SOP is something which can increase your chances to get into a US university. So I was not clear with the idea of what an SOP is. Maybe I always wanted, or I always had something like a perfect SOP syndrome, if I may quote, that I wanted my SOP to be perfect. But obviously there is never a perfect SOP. But Priyesh had always helped me with making me familiar with the idea of what an SOP is, what kind of structure a good SOP, a perfect SOP would look like, and sharing sample SOPs of other candidates who had received top admits helped me gain an idea. So he has helped me a lot with the SOP drafting process. After editing SOPs from editors, the finalized SOP which I read made me feeling that I had a very awe story, and I felt that it would definitely convince the admissions to offer me a top admit. So I'm really grateful for that as well.
No, I mean, don't need to be grateful. I think it's all you. You were the one. You're the star of the SOP, anyways, because you've done stuff. Our objective was only to project it correctly, as you mentioned, and what they need to see in universities want to see in their applicants is potential, something that you have loads of. Now, moving forward again, you got 4 admits, making a decision. There was a series in which they came out. There were, other programs that you were thinking of applying, which we never did because you already started getting your admits at that point. And, eventually making that selection process. Anything that you would want to share about any dilemmas you had or any confident points that would make sure that Northeastern was the right fit? How did you eliminate the other choices? Maybe you talk a little bit about that.
I mean, I did not have to think a lot, and there was not any major dilemma, because I remember my first conversation with you, and my perfect place was always Northeastern, because the course was something which really catered to my needs from other courses which are available for pharmaceutical sciences. And I had already made up my mind that Northeastern was not even one of the, but my top priority out of all. By the time it was March mid, something like that, I already received an admit from Northeastern. So as you mentioned, we did not plan to apply to other admits, other universities, and we kind of went ahead with Northeastern. So one thing which I would like to suggest people who will be applying later on would be that select a course which you feel will really help you learn a lot and directly aligns with something you plan to do in your future. So that is something I would give top priority, no matter the university. I mean, obviously, university matters a lot, but when you already have a list of top universities, I would suggest selecting a university which has a program which directly caters to your future goals.
Yes, absolutely. And I think we try to share this ethos every day with our applicants. That's a right fit for your career goals. And more importantly, the rank is just another input into the selection process. It's not the whole process itself of shortlisting universities. You went through understanding the curriculum in a lot of detail, something that I truly appreciate you took the time for, and understanding, breaking it down into whether it was STEM, non-STEM, whether it was 2 years, 1.5 years, what kind of companies came on campus versus what kind of companies may not come on campus. So all these are a lot of value points that often applicants tend to overlook in the objective that everything is covered in the rank. And yes, many of the universities you apply to are already ranked in the top 10, 15 as well. But at the same time, it's important that you able to truly understand how the university fits into your long-term plans. Okay, so final question from me would be, if you had to leave a message for people who worked with us or intend to work with us in the future, and your experience working with us, specifically through connecting on mentor calls, through the whole process of building your documents and eventually getting these admits, what would you tell people, saying, in terms of why they should work with LilacBuds? Or maybe in your own words, maybe, if you can share your whole experience and summarize it as your takeaways for future applicants.
So overall, my experience with LilacBuds has always been on a positive note. One thing which I would like to highlight would be the personalized treatment or the personalized counseling services offered by LilacBuds was something which really stood out for me. Rather than taking from what a counselor tells you and compulsorily doing that is not something I wanted, but LilacBuds gave me an option of customizing my entire plan, from choosing universities to choosing programs to drafting SOPs to drafting resumes, etc. So personalized counseling service is one of the major highlight features which I would like to highlight. And apart from that, connecting with all the mentors, especially you, has been something really easy. I don't have to go through the hassle of dropping him a text message that when can I connect with you. There was always a LilacBuds portal. I just had to book a slot. On the other hand, Parekh would always accept my invites and we would just get up on a call quickly and discuss things out. So it has always been great with the portal as well.
Cool. Thank you so much for that feedback, Neel. We wish you the best. Of course, we would love to know what you're packing right now in your bag as you get ready to fly. So maybe share some. What are the things that you're absolutely taking from India as you get ready to pack your bag?
Something I would definitely take would be clothes, and something right now what I'm packing is food packets. So kind of in the middle of tasting sessions and trying out different ready-to-eat packets, and hopefully I'll finalize them by the coming week.
Cool. All right. Congratulations once again. Best of luck for the new journey. We hope to see pictures of you and see you succeed in the new university and the new program that you're about to start. And stay in touch. Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you so much.